Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and we are back working with Surf's Up. This is the latest design challenge kit from Softflex Company. And I have a little bit laid out here. I was just kind of messing with the beads. I put all the beads out on the mat and just started adding stuff together and came up with a cute little design that I hope you will enjoy. Let's see here. So I am using some of the beads, really almost all the beads from that bead mix. This is the Surf's Up bead mix that is exclusively made for Softflex Company by Jesse James Beads. We're going to use this gorgeous ceramic seashell. And what else are we? Oh, we're going to use some of those Japanese bamboo beads and also some of these other beads from the extra bag of mix or extra bag of beads. So we're going to use, there were 4 of this style. There's 4 of this style that I'm going to use in another design. So I did not put this together yet, so I'm hoping it will work. Not sure if it will, but the reason why I didn't put it together is because I'm gonna have to pre-cut my wire, and you know how I am. I like to work from the spool. But for this project, I will not be able to work from the spool. I mean, I might be able to a little bit, but we're going to do something a little different that I haven't done yet. And over here is just the other half of the necklace. Oh yeah, that's what we're making. We're making a necklace. So I'm going to use the beading wire and crimp tubes and the lobster clasp. I'm also going to bring in some 22 gauge. This is gold silver plated craft wire from Softflex Company as well. I know usually when I'm doing these videos, I stick with just what's in the kit. And this time here, I am going to bring in a little bit of craft wire. I have a couple of other projects that I have in mind that I'll probably just use the beading wire. But for this one, I just want a little added to this. And so we're going to use this here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, oh, I should tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use two different pairs of chain nose pliers. I know these are crimping pliers, but I use them for chain nose pliers too, because they have that narrow tip. And some bend nose pliers. We're going to use round nose pliers, magical crimpers, and some cutters. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to make myself a knotted head pin. This here has a nice large hole, and I can easily probably make, I could probably use a small bead to bring this all in, but I'm going to go ahead and use a, I'm going to make a knotted head pin. And I'm going to use some 22 gauge wire, and probably going to grab about 5 inches, probably more than what I need, but I want to make sure I have enough. And so I have the nice flush cut side, and going to just wrap that around a couple times, then bend that straight up, and then I'm going to pass that back through and grab my chain nose pliers. Oh, and I need my nylon jaw pliers. I'm going to do this off camera just because when I pull, I will probably like lose grip and then everything goes flying. And sorry about that. I put my phone on do not disturb, and I still get sales calls when I'm doing videos, and it kind of drives me a little crazy, because then what happens is I'm not able to download directly. So I can't download directly into or upload into iMovie, because when you get a phone call, even though it stops the video and I start the video back up, and I'm just going to tuck in that point. And so I put it back on the nylon jaw pliers. And then it kind of flattens it out a little bit and makes it a little bit larger of a base. But so I'll get the phone call, and then I have to do some funky stuff in order to get the video to upload into iMovie. I use iMovie. So now when I wrap, oh, I feel like I want a bead up there just to, let's see if we can, we'll grab one of these. Just grab a bead, maybe, just so that the hole is not, no. Well, maybe I can make a really super, super thick wrap. So that's what we're gonna do. I want to bend it. I need to bend it because I want it to, we'll bend it this way. And then I don't want a big long neck because I want to make it a real bulky. So I just bend that straight across. Then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to come about halfway only because I want to have kind of a larger loop. I mean, I don't need a larger loop, but I'm just going to make it larger. Okay, then I'm going to come in, and I probably don't need that second pair of pliers because I have this nice long thick or long strand, but I'm going to need it. I'm glad I did 5 inches because look at what we got here. So I'm just wrapping around, and then I'm wrapping on top of the other wraps, going up and down. And now I'm heading back down so that I have that nice thick wrap. And it needs to come all the way around because this is going to go just like that. Oh, it needs to go like that. So it's going to sit like so. Let's just trim a little bit of that off. And then we will get that nice and tucked in. If I'm off camera, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have this beautiful, nice, thick wrap. Ooh, I like that. Then what I want to do, and we will see if it works. So I need about that much more. I'm gonna just pull, see how much I'm gonna get, because I need at least that much. So I need a little bit more because we're gonna do a little funky thing down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna tell you how much I am grabbing. There's 18. I have about 30. No, I have about 20. 18. No, I have about 30 inches. There's 18. Yes, I have about 30 inches, and I don't like to waste, but this is what we have to do. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, and I usually don't like putting my metal directly on this nylon coating because I don't want it to get messed up, but I've been doing this and it's been working out really, really well. And I haven't had, there's some necklaces that have heavier pendants, and it just rubs against the nylon coating of the beading wire, and I haven't had any of it wear away. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use one of these larger beads. There was, I think, only one in the mix. I say only one, but there was so much in that mix. And then I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, then I think I need to do something a little different here. Let's do a couple of these. I wasn't going to do it this way, but I just changed my mind. Ooh, that's cute. Then what we're going to do is split that off. And I like that size of a loop. You can make it as long as you want. Then I'm going to start adding my beads in this order. And here we go. So while I'm just sitting here, and oh, all of these beads came from the mix, with the exception of the bamboo and the bamboo, the big shell, and these other little shells here, these little guys. So everything else came from the mix. So let me tell you a little bit about Soflex. Soflex Company is based out of Sonoma County, so it's really not that far from me at all, which I would love to go visit. Love to go visit, because I would love to see what goes into putting these design challenge kits together, because these design challenge kits are carefully put together and curated by staff at Soflex. Each kit is around $36.95, and if you saw my unboxing, I have an unboxing. I'll put a link to that in the description. But also too, Jesse James Beads not only does up the bead mix for each kit, but they also have a bead strand. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. That's cuter than what I had imagined. Oh, and so this, you see, this is getting a little bit longer, this loop here. Once we get everything all crimped together, it won't move like that. Okay, so Soflex and them carefully putting together these design challenge kits with a theme, and oh my goodness, I just absolutely love it. And I have been buying these. I bet in the last 5 years, well, no, when did I found Soflex Company from the help of Kelly Sutton from Kelly's Bead Boutique. I found them in February of 2021. So then I probably didn't get on to the kits, because I probably didn't know about the kits for a minute or so. And then I started getting the kits and absolutely love them. All right, so we are putting this together. We are going to have quite a bit of waste, and I could very easily just scooch everything so that I don't have so much waste. So we'll try and do that. But I want to see how long this is, because I can always just leave I can put a crimp tube here, and then it sections it off to where it won't move. This won't move. Also too, I can leave wire exposed, because it's such a beautiful wire and we're hiding it, right? And so if you want a longer necklace, you can always just leave your wire exposed. So let me see how long this is. Okay, this is actually the perfect length. I really, really like this. So now what am I going to do? Am I going to try to scooch this down? I can. Yes, I can scooch it down. All right. I don't think I'm going to have waste on this side, but based on how much waste I had over here, I'm probably going to have enough for bracelets or earrings on this side. All right. So this is the front. So this is going to be my clasp side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the wire as my clasp. So what I'm going to do is, here's my crimp tubes. I'm going to come in and make a loop, and then just make it long or large enough to where I can add my lobster clasp. So I don't want it too big, because this is the perfect length. So here we go. And then I'm holding on to both wires. Okay, I'm holding on to both wires. Let's make it just a little bit. They're not crossing now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and place my crimp tube right in the center and crimp down. You saw it kind of squeeze, and so it made pinch the four corners. I'm going to turn on its side and then just kind of go around a little bit until I feel no tension. And when I feel no tension, I know that I'm going to have that bead-like finish. Isn't that gorgeous? And then what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to cut, and then that just sits so nicely on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start scooching everything over now. And I'm just barely tugging, so I'm not coiling or crimping, kinking the wire at all. Okay, just bring that together. And there we go. Okay, now let's do the other side. And I'm going to have to look over here because this is symmetrical. I love these. Those are so pretty. I love it. Also too, so let's get back to Softflex. Softflex also has an incredible YouTube channel. They have a special beading, oh, I love that, a special beading group on Facebook, and that will provide a lot of inspiration for these kits. That's the one thing, was when I first started working with beads, I needed kits. I needed kits to help me through so that I knew what to do. And I was building technique. I was just building on my skills. Then it was, ooh, I really love this design challenge kit. And it is a design challenge. However, though, it was nice because I joined their Facebook group and I was able to see what other designers were putting together. And I didn't always make exactly what the other designers were making. I did in the beginning, because then if I needed help, I had something to refer back to. But it would just give me a little bit of a nudge, a little idea that, ooh, I didn't know that you could put those beads together. And so then I just created my own based on that. So if you are not part of their Facebook, it's a Softflex VIB Studio community, and jump on over there. I have the link in the description so that you can go and join that group. It is a private group, and it's pretty incredible, Then their YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, they have so much content on their YouTube channel. I love it. I have been fortunate enough to be a designer on their Wednesday lives before, and oh my goodness, what a treat. And then also too, I have been able to, I was part of Jesse James Beads. They would have a joint event. And oh my goodness, just so much fun to be able to design with Kristen and with Sarah Ayler. Just absolutely love it. And then with Jesse James Beads, you have Sarah James, and she's just incredible. So you put Softflex Company and Jesse James Beads together, and this is what you get. And it is absolutely incredible. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we are continuing on. And by the time you see this, you might have already seen their own reveal. And when they do their reveals on the last Wednesdays of the month, I need to do this correctly. Make sure you have your beads going in the right direction. When they have their reveal on the last Wednesday of the month, unless there's a holiday, then they will also too, they also have designs. They'll do designs too, which is really super cool. And like I said, I love it. Such a great community. I was so fortunate enough to come in. Like I said, I've only been designing really since 21. I got my first kit from Kelly's Bead Boutique, and that was back in Oh man, did I miss? Oh, okay, I didn't use those two because I was going to use those two over here, and then I decided to do it like this. So we do have a couple of extras. All right. I did get my first kit back in May of 2020. And then I didn't start designing on my own until probably 2021, maybe. Yeah. All right. So thank you for sitting through all of my stringing. So now I have this all put together. Now I'm going to grab, and so see, I have enough probably for a bracelet, maybe, but at least a couple of earrings. And so we're going to make a couple of pairs of earrings too. So not today, but eventually. All right. So let's do this. Let's add our lobster clasp. And again, I usually do not add lobster clasp directly to the beading wire, because if this malfunctions, then you got to take the whole necklace apart. However, I've never had one of Softflex's lobster clasp come undone, ever. All right, and then I'm going to pass it through that very first bead, just because then I want this crimp tube that turns into a bead to sit evenly on this bead here. And again, I don't do it for security. There's no reason for it. And I know that there's some people that because I don't even think it's right to do it like this. I don't know, but I do it like this. And my reason is just because I feel like that the crimp tube will sit on that bead more evenly. All right, so I do want some movement though. All right, and I've got this all nice and done. Let's make it to where we have a little bit of slack here, but I can always bring that up right there. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to this. Also too, I feel like I get a better grip on it when I can have that hold on to that wire on this other side. So now that I have that crimp right in the middle, turn it on its side. Now that I have that square, turn it on its side. And then I'm just going to turn that around until I feel no tension. When I feel no tension, then I know that I have that bead-like finish. And I'm just be patient with it. I've messed up so many times, but now I have that bead-like finish, and then that little bead is going to sit on top of that bead perfectly. I'm going to come in and just snip that one wire. I have a nice long piece, and we have a beautiful necklace. I have a few beads left over from the mix, so we will be sure to use those. And here is our Surf's Up necklace. Thank you so much for joining me today for this design. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment. I love to see what everybody has to say. Tell me, did you get Surf's Up? Let me know. I wanna know. Did you get Surf's Up? And then also too, did you get the bead strand? The bead strand is pretty incredible. Again, I will have the link to the unboxing in the description. I will have all the links to Softflex Company's website, their YouTube channel, their Instagram, their Facebook page. I'll be sure to have all of those links in the description as well. Please comment. I love to see what everybody has to say. Just like I said before, I want to know, did you buy Surf's Up? Also subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.